Hey, book lovers, welcome back to Shelf Addiction, the podcast where we dive deep into the pages of thriller and fantasy reads. I'm your host, Tamara, and today we are sharing our thoughts on the Hunting Wives Netflix TV show adaptation. We reviewed this on the podcast way back in the day. And guess what? The link is in the show notes. So if you want to hear what we thought about the book on its own, click the link in the show notes. But first, a quick heads up. If you crave the full visual experience and you want to ditch the ads, head on over to Patreon. You'll unlock ad-free video episodes, exclusive after shows, and other bonus content. If you prefer audio only, Spreaker listeners, you too have access. After shows and exclusives are there in audio only. If you want more bookish banter, join our community over on the Book Clubs app, and don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review wherever you are listening. Speaking of community, I'm thrilled to welcome back my fabulous thriller mystery co-host and friend, Classy, from the Bookish Virtual Assistant. Welcome back, Classy.
Fabulous, yes.
Yeah.
Hi, hello.
You ready to dive into this?
Man, this is fun.
Yeah, it is. Okay, we're gonna get ready.
All right.
So you guys follow our socials. The links for both of us are in the show notes. Click around, do all the things. We appreciate you for doing that. Before we begin, I want to remind you that we discuss full spoilers during book chat. So spoiler alert, you've been warned. High level, what did you think of the show? What did you think of the adaptation?
I was like, hot damn. They didn't play. Netflix did not hold any punches. And I like the show better than the book.
You know what? I tend to agree with you. I think the show was a little more entertaining. They definitely upped the ante in some things. They changed quite a few things.
They did.
Which we expect with adaptations, generally speaking.
Yes.
And I think, so for me, it started a little slow. Like that first episode, I was like, I don't know, what is this?
Yeah.
But I said, okay, let's just keep going. And then things got, snappy.
I felt the same way, but I realized they had to do that for people who have not read the book.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I think like with television shows and movies and stuff like that, they got to do that world building if you haven't read the show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, damn it, haven't read the book. They got to kind of give you a background of it. But I felt the same way too, that with the series, from when we read the book, we felt like there were some things that were like lingering that the author didn't flush out. Like we were suspecting some things, but I feel like with the series, it all came out because we were just like, that's exactly what we yep, that's exactly what we thought.
Mm-hmm.
So I did like that the series was able to flesh out possibly what May Cobb, I think that's her name, or Miss Cobbs, I can't remember if it's May or not, was trying to do. And if she wasn't, Netflix was like, guess what? We're going to do it. But those are some of the things we thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for example, let's just jump into the nitty gritty of it. This show is very queer.
Oh.
More than the book was.
Yeah.
In the book, we were kind of like, what's going on here? Like, is she like her like that? Like, I feel like it was kind of skirting a little bit.
Yeah, because they called it obsession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was obsession, but in like the kind of obsession where you see somebody that you like.
Yeah, it was a sexual attraction. Yeah. And I think you pointed that out more than I did. That, I think she likes her. And then I was kind of like, I thought she kind of was like, maybe I like this I want to be like her. And it probably was all of the above.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then some of the other changes, and I don't even know why they did that. In the book, she was from Chicago. My area, but they moved her to Boston or Cambridge,
right.
But the Texas part, like that, I really did enjoy too, that them being in Texas, and they added a lot of the Republican Trumpism in the book, but I also like the fact that underlying political, religious aspect as a cover for how these people really are. Because this is real life. This happens all the time.
Well, that was definitely also stronger in the show
Hmm.
to me. Like, I
It
don't think
was.
Sophie and her husband went to church in the book at all. There was no
No,
church scene.
no,
Um, they
no.
really amped that up. There was a lot of fear around, like, Margot's husband trying to like run for governor, and he's trying to get people scared of immigrants and other things.
Yes,
And I'm like, oh,
yes. I was like,
geez.
oh, they politicized this a lot.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
okay,
don't
they
remember. Was he running in the book? I don't think he was running for any political office in the book.
I don't think he was. Now, I'm not sure if he was already a politician
Yeah. And
or
I'm not going
what.
back.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not
going
going
back
back
to the.
either, but there was no storyline of him running for anything. Or, she was concerned about people like learning what their lifestyle was. And also, I don't think in the book, again, with the other themes in the book, I don't remember them like having an open marriage like that
No,
where she could just sleep with women and he didn't have a problem
no.
as
Well,
long as
there was
she
no
just
women sleeping. I don't think any women were sleeping together at all in the book. I think it was
no,
implied,
it was
like,
in,
or, yeah. So you're right. As a matter of fact, in the book, it was more the women. It was more women centered. I think the husband may have just been brought up just a few times. Um, but other than that, it wasn't any. I don't remember his storyline. It
mm-hmm,
was more, like just keeping it secret because it was like, oh, we got this secret club, the
mm-hmm,
hunting. We go do this and we go do that, and the husbands just kind of give us money and we go, you know. Um, the only thing I do remember is them going to that bar because I think they were kind of flirty, if not sleeping with some of
yeah,
the people from the bar.
they were making out with the men there.
Yeah,
They were I think there might have been a scene where one of them went off with one of the men, if I remember.
yeah.
But yeah, they were pretty much, and I think the show did show that accurately on the time where they went out shooting and then they went to the bar. That seemed true to the book.
Book, yeah.
But Margot hooking up with Callie was like not a thing. I don't think. I don't remember that.
No, no. But we did think that there was some jealousy
Yeah, she was
when
jealous.
Sophie, yeah, when
Uh-huh.
Sophie kind of came into the picture. But yeah, but again, I really enjoyed that Netflix, or the producers or creators, whoever, saw that and wanted to flush this out in the book. Because and another thing, when we read this book, we were like, this is kind of written as if it's a movie. It's not
Mm-hmm.
written as if it's a book. Like, we
Mm-hmm.
just felt like there was just so much more that could have been done. And I will say it was quite entertaining, folks. It was clutch your pearls. It was raunchy. It was soft porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it honestly, it all made sense. Like,
Hmm.
even Sophie wanting to be kind of like infatuated with Margot in that way because they went to her past, which we didn't in the book. So we got to
Hmm.
say, oh, wait a minute. She's kind of been a little bisexual for a long time. She just
Hmm.
stuffed it down.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this wild, oh my God, I'm so infatuated with this one woman. It was actually in her personality, which I liked versus like the other way of it just being like, oh, I just want to be around her. I'm so obsessed with everything about her. Now I'm
Right.
just going to be doing whatever, which is,
Yeah.
how it seemed in the book.
Right. And then, right, in the book, it was kind of like she was just trying to hurry up and fit into this community of women. And this was her role model. Like, okay, so if I want to be a part of the Hunting Wives, she is the best person to mimic my life after, So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, that part. I don't remember Sophie sleeping with another teenager, but it's been a while. We read this in 2021.
She did. Like, I don't think, okay, in the book, I don't think I think it was similar to how it happened in the show. I think she was
Okay.
with them. He was
She was
there,
flirting?
but
Okay.
I don't think she actually slept with him like in the show. I think it was similar to that.
Mhm.
If I remember
Okay.
correctly.
Okay. She
Um,
didn't go through with it.
no, and another thing they changed was that in the book, Margot was sleeping with Jill's son, but in the book, he was actually like 17 or something. He was in high school as he is in the show, but the show made a decision to make him actually 18. So
Yeah.
that is a difference.
Mhm.
Although I wouldn't have minded if the show just went a little further with that and made him a college student and not a high school student. I think that would have made it a little bit more comfortable and a little less cringe.
Mhm.
But at least they didn't have her sleeping with a minor as she was in the book.
Yeah. 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 And I know it's cringy, but it's like it's still real life. I think that's the thing when we write some of these books, and phew, they didn't glamorize it. You know what I mean? Like they didn't make it seem like, oh, this is just normal to do. It happens. And I know there was some book out, and you mentioned it. Is it The Boys or something where they were kind of, and it was really, um, it was up in uproar about this book about, or maybe it was a TikTok where the girls were objectifying young boys based on that one book
Oh, yeah.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of thing. Because it does. I mean, it does happen. How many stories do we see where teachers are sleeping with their students? So um, that part. I know it is cringy, guys. I cringe at it. Like I can't imagine my best friend or even one of my friends. I won't even say my best friend. Any one of my friends dating my teenage son.
Or
I would
hell,
lose
even
my
adult son. It's called girl code. Don't mess with your friends' children. Period. I don't
Mhm.
care. That's gross. Don't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, right. And that's the thing. Like, not only was he a teenager, he was your friend's son. Like,
Yeah.
you just like I was surprised Margot didn't, wind up dead, but Jill didn't find out. But yeah, there were. I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed that it was 8 episodes. Pretty, and the pacing of it, wonderful. Like you say, except for the first episode, but we
Mhm.
had to kind of to bring in the characters and introduce those characters.
Mhm.
Even though I felt like that first scene between Margot and Sophie was quite interesting in the bathroom, but
Oh
that
my
first
god. Okay, so
episode, it
can
did
I just speak to that right quick before you continue?
absolutely.
So first off, us women, we've all had cycles. And we've been in a position where you don't have a pad or a tampon. Well, she gave an excuse why she couldn't use a tampon. But the fact that she took her whole dress off to stuff some tissue in there, I'm like, that's not necessary. You don't have to do that to do that. Why she take her whole dress off?
That right there, that set the scene. That let us know,
I was like,
oh
oh shit, why is
shit.
she taking her dress off?
I said, oh snap. She
Yeah,
wanted her to know I'm
that
down for
she's
whatever.
open.
And look at all this.
Yes.
Look at this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because,
Who
yeah,
does that?
you lift it up. Like you don't
Yeah.
take your whole dress off to go to the
No.
bathroom.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No.
And she wanted a reaction. She wanted to see if Sophie was, down. She just wanted to see, okay, let's see. Do I
I'm
have me one or not?
Look, she instantly pushed the limits of personal space in that scene, like on purpose. And then when Sophie's character says, I think I'm gonna use the restroom. She's like, oh, go ahead. Like she didn't want to leave,
I
and then
know.
she's like, well, actually, I don't really have to pee. I just want to take a Xanax. And she's gonna
Mm-mm.
stand there while the girl goes to the bathroom. I'm
Mm-mm.
like, get the
No,
fuck out. Are you
I know this is
crazy?
your house, but I need some privacy, ma'am. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
if I just saw you stuff a paper towel
Yeah.
in
But
your panties.
she didn't even know she was the woman of the house at that point.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
She didn't know that because the speech was after when he
Yeah.
introduced
But
his wife.
bye. Goodbye,
Yeah,
girl. I don't
get
know you
out.
like that.
I don't know
That's like meeting
how.
somebody at the damn gym.
Yeah,
I don't know you.
That is so gross. Like, I
Oh,
feel like that is you crossed the line. I just met you. What is happening?
but now that we realize like it's an open marriage, it's their swinger, well, they're more open marriage thing. But like that's how you kind of see who is game. If you don't cringe at me taking off my dress, you may not cringe at what I'm about to do next.
See, I don't know. See, the thing is, I think if I was in someone else's space, I don't know if I would cringe per se, but I'd be like, girl, you wild. You can leave now. That's probably something I would
Yes,
say. I wouldn't be like, I'd be like, girl, okay, you're
and
doing
she
too
would
much. Give
immediately,
me
yep,
leave.
and she would immediately know. Oh, Tamara's not. She's not the one. She's not
Yeah.
game for this.
Yeah.
Need
Like,
to
you're
try
doing
somebody
too
else.
much.
That's what that is. She's like, I got to find somebody else.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Instead, Sophie's looking like, what? Wow. What?
Yeah. It's
Like,
almost like a grooming process. Like,
yeah.
okay, let's see. And Sophie passed the test. So yeah. But yeah, the
Oh,
first episode was a little slow, but it set it up. It let us it introduced us basically to all the characters, the sheriff and his wife, Margot and her husband, Sophie and her husband, who now, I remember we just read a book, and was it from Ghostwriter? Yeah, and
mm.
you didn't like that boyfriend. I did not like
I didn't
Sophie's
like
husband.
I didn't like Graham either. I'm like, go play in
Oh,
traffic, Graham. Like, what is wrong
oh,
with you? You're treating your wife like a child.
oh.
I
I was
could
like,
not.
oh,
He's controlling. He's like very opinionated about her. And yes, so she messed up in the past.
yeah,
Does that mean that she has to be treated like she is in jail? Like you're her jailer?
yeah, yeah.
I didn't
And it
like
got
it.
to the point where I was just like, when she was sleeping with Margot, I was like, oh,
Oh well.
I know, it was so sad,
Oh
but I was like,
well.
he's a I mean he didn't I felt like he didn't make her feel loved. He wanted her. Here's the other thing, like, you wanted her to fit in. Granted, she fit in a little too much,
Mm-hmm.
but he was trying to encourage her. Hey, maybe you need to fit in. So she was fitting in.
Yeah.
And she neglected her son, yeah, but I did not like him.
See, and
And he played his role really well.
I don't think she neglected her son. I think when you start making friends, you want to hang out with them.
Yeah.
Yes, if you're a stay-home mom, you spend a lot of time with your child. And then to incorporate, oh, I suddenly want to have somewhat of a life as well. Yes, it does decrease, but neglect is a strong word, I think.
Okay, okay. I won't say neglect, but I know there were the few times where she said she was gonna come back,
Yeah.
and she didn't at those times. So,
Yeah.
okay, you're right. Neglect is
Just
is a
don't make
hard word.
promises. That's
Okay, right. Neglect
yeah.
is a hard word because neglect means you're not taking care of their needs. But yeah,
Mhm.
but broken promises, and she
Yeah.
did. Like the little time where she said, "I'll be back," and you didn't come back until 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
So those things, she got lost. She
She
got
did get
lost
lost.
in this society, and in the effort of trying to become one of
So
them.
she succumbs to peer pressure more than once in this show. And I don't think in the book she didn't buy guns in the book.
Yeah, I don't think
In the
so.
book, she just used Margot's gun. And I remember like it was a setup in the book, and she used someone else's gun another night, and that got her fingerprints on it, when
Mm-hmm.
they were out and about. She didn't
Yeah,
go buy a gun like in this show where she felt pressure to, and then she went and bought a gun.
yeah,
I'm like, what the heck, girl? Okay, what happened?
yeah.
What happened? Like, that's a line you shouldn't cross. If you don't feel comfortable with the guns, why are you buying a gun? And then didn't buy the correct safety container for it and anything? I'm like, that's
Yeah.
wild. And these people are gun toting people. Why wouldn't they make sure you bought a safe or something? I just
Mm-hmm.
just one little step so your husband doesn't lose his mind and think that their kid may accidentally have an accident.
Right. And like you said, and their mothers. Well, Margot wasn't, but still, I believe all the other. Well, shit,
Yeah.
Jill was. I don't know, but I don't know about the black woman.
Yeah, I don't think Callie had a baby, and I don't,
No.
or a child. And the black woman who was barely on screen, they just
Yeah.
threw her in there just so they had someone black on the
Yeah.
cast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
rich black women in Texas too. Yeah, that part. 'Cause I was like, is she the other boy's mom? But she wasn't. Um,
no, she had
yeah,
one.
she
I
was.
think she had a half a line to one line at each episode, just enough for her to just be around.
Mm-hmm. Talk about Sophie's polo flip flops.
Ah, like ah,
I was like, oh, poor Sophie. Here she coming in comfortable in her little sundress and her little cushy flip flops or whatever. I was like, oh gosh, poor thing.
look at her, look special. Like, oh, she's so special with her flip flops. Oh.
Uh, but
But
yeah,
okay, so like I want to mention one more thing. It's a little bit side note to like the character work, but it's also cringe to in my opinion. What the hell were they doing with Margot's wig? What was that wig? What was it?
yeah, it was bad.
I'm like, why does she have that wig on her head?
It was bad. And I thought, because I even looked her up. I don't, I don't know if she has short hair, but it
Look,
was bad. It was
throw
really
some
bad. I
throw
was
some
like,
fucking K-tips in that hair and be done with it.
what's K-tips?
Oh, like extensions. That's the kind of extensions.
Oh, yeah, but it was really bad. I mean, you could see like right in here that it was. I was like, they needed a black woman on set that does wigs.
Like that wig was absolute trash. And
That was Tyler Perry wigish.
I was distracted by the wig at
Oh heck
times.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, ick.
yeah. I was trying to look her up too, and like, but I thought I had seen she might have been on a podcast or something, and she had shorter hair, so I don't know. I don't know if she. But anyway, it was not a good wig. I didn't. Yeah, it was. The black girl, they made her look nice for the little scenes that she was in. She did look really nice.
Mhm.
Um, I will say, like, you didn't like Margot's wig. I was distracted by Sophie's eye movement and lips. If I felt like she was constantly doing this,
You
like
know,
her
I
lips were constantly pursed and something with her eyes, and I was like, "What the fuck is she doing? Like, why does it look like her eyes are like she's always surprised and her lips?" And I knew she had nervous tics
Yeah.
with the fingernails, but the pursing of the lips. If you ever go back, I saw it even in the trailer, and I was like, "Ooh, there she goes again!" Like she was doing that when she was trying to practice with the gun. Um, yeah, and I'm like, her eyes aren't that big to be constantly looking like you're surprised. And I think someone even mentioned in the show, "Ooh, look at her eyes," and I'm like, "What? Her eyes aren't that fucking big. What are we doing?"
I think that's a Britney Snow issue. I think that's just her a person like how she does things. I don't
Oh,
know.
no.
Very
You know, like
weird.
she would probably be one of those actresses. You know how like some actors you go and you're like I'm a Denzel Washington fan. I'm gonna watch all his. She will not be on my list.
Mhm.
I'll
Mhm.
watch this. I'll watch if they go to season 2, but she will not be an actress that I'll just be like, oh, I love whatever she does because
Mm-mm.
she would drive me crazy with those eye movements.
I get it.
Kind of like
Yeah.
Kerry Washington. You know, like Kerry Washington has some movements that are just. Even though I love Kerry, I'll watch her. But you
Mhm.
know, like Kerry Washington has some with the lips or the yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
she
Brittany drove me crazy in this series with that.
yeah. Um, actually I was surprised to see I think her name is Katie Lowles in here because she was also on Scandal. Not
Yes, she
Scandal. Yeah,
was.
yeah,
Yes,
it was
she was.
Scandal.
Jill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jill.
I don't know why I thought she was from 24, but no, she was from Scandal. Yep.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh,
Mhm.
look at her. Welcome back to TV, ma'am." And I think she
Yeah.
had other jobs, but I probably didn't watch those shows or
Yeah.
something.
I think she did really well as a pastor's wife. You know,
Yeah.
but I did, like we were mentioning before, I really like the aspect that even though these were so-called Christian Baptist chicks as women, they had another lifestyle, just like we know most religious people do.
So, speaking of religious and all of that, a big. Okay, actually, it's break time. We're going to take a break and I'm going to come right back with that. I'm going to keep you mid-sentence, y'all. Check out these commercials. By doing that, you are supporting the podcast. Don't forget to check out the book review journal available on Amazon and our store on the Dashery platform. The links are on the show notes. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I wanted to talk about the Christian women and the Christianity of it all and the abortion topic.
Yes. In Texas.
And
Yes.
They are very anti, and our main character goes and gets an abortion. And I don't know, I just thought it was so interesting how, like, when they thought the teenager got the abortion, it was brought up that the teenager, that Brad's girlfriend might have gotten an abortion.
Abby? Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, when they thought it was Abby and she brought it up to a couple people, they were like, hush your mouth, how dare you say that? The mother flipped out, like everyone's gonna lose their mind. My daughter would never do it. Yeah, and they're like, don't you dare say that. Like, watch so much your mouth. It's like that level. And then to just see that, and actually they changed that in the book as well, because in the book, Margot was not the one that was pregnant. So, but Margot did.
Who was pregnant in the book?
It was the teenager in the book. But remember, Margot and one of her friends took her to get the abortion, remember?
Ah, that's right.
Yeah. And
that's right.
Mm-hmm. So now instead, because she was sleeping with Jill's son, he got her pregnant. And, she, of course, could not have that baby, which plays back to the first episode as to why she could not use tampons, because she had just had a procedure.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. And
they don't like using that word in Texas.
They do not. They just lost. Everybody looked like they was about to spin their head around like they were the exorcists.
You don't say that.
Oh my God. And the whole thing, so that part, and then like the whole thing where they had Sophie and the husband go to church, like all of a sudden they're church going people, and she up there crying in church. I'm like, what the fuck going on in here? Like,
But I think they only go to church because of wasn't the boss was about to announce. Yeah. But yeah, it was
But she up there crying like she just found Jesus.
Girl,
like,
it touched her. It touched her.
I don't believe it. Not even a little bit. I'm sorry. I didn't believe it for this character. Yeah.
It touched her a little bit. She ain't been there a long time. The Holy Spirit got her. Leave her alone.
I feel like she was crying with no tears. That's how I felt.
Her husband was like, what was that?
He's like, what was going He basically said, what was that performance at church?
Like, I thought she was going to go up there and say, I'm giving my life to Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was, like sometimes
the antics.
Man. And not just that, guys, the antics in this series alone. And it's so funny. So this morning I wake up to a text message from my daughter. Let me read it really quick. If you don't, do you mind?
No, go ahead. Go for it.
Okay. So I woke up to a text to my daughter, and she said, did you ever read the book, The Hunting Wives? Because my baby we read over here. She said, it's all the rave at work since they came out with a Netflix series. She said, a coworker recommended it, so I'm watching it. I have one more episode to go. It's way raunchier than I expected, but the storyline is actually good. So she said, my coworker said it had some explicit scenes, but oh my, I had to clutch my pearls. She said she only had one more episode to go. We know which one she probably saw when she was clutching.
Oh, I fucking clutched my pearls. And I'm like, oh my God. So y'all, we gonna tell you, because we're all friends here. There was a scene with Jill and her husband. And there's a little pegging. And I'm sitting there like, oh shit, they're showing this on TV. So look, here's a little side note to that. I found out that this show was originally slotted for Stars.
Yes.
Which makes a little bit more sense. as to why we got a pegging scene, but that thing was outrageous.
Girl, I thought the scenes with Margot and Sophie were, hot. Yeah, those were steamy.
Yeah.
But that one, I had mentioned to you too that I thought her husband was possibly bisexual or curious, or were giving off vibes with his deputy. Because there was a scene and maybe we'll find out if they do a season 2 because the way this ended,
they set it up for a season 2.
Kind of like Paradise. It was just like you guys did, and now it's really obvious. Like some of these series, they're doing that to see if it garners enough attention from viewers. Like, look, see, if the viewers are like, we want more, there's possibly a season 2. Because how dare you do that? How dare you end that season?
They changed that in so much. They changed that so drastically.
Oh my God, it is so different, y'all. If you did not read the book, that is not the way that ended.
No, they said,
but I
the
like
book.
that better because we were mad at that ending in the book. We were like, what woman in their right mind,
right,
would let her do that on the water that far? We fighting on that boat.
Oh yeah,
we are just kicking and screaming.
I think they did an interesting thing, like, even with, at the end, they had like Sophie getting drunk. She driving drunk.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I did not expect her in her Tesla to run that man down.
Girl, she had flashbacks. I was like, damn. Is she? Is she gonna do it? Yeah,
yeah. So you done killed 2 people drunk driving, but one person you actually did that was on purpose. You like literally hit the gas on purpose. He was threatening you, and I guess he was a little scary, but I don't know. And then I also have a hard time believing this 100-pound girl soaking wet. This woman's 100 pounds. What is she, like 5'2" or something? She dragged this dude all the way through the woods, off a cliff.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I know adrenaline can motivate you, but we were just talking about this with with in our last episode or something. We were talking about dead weight. That is some heavy shit. I had to carry someone who was only like 115 pounds. They were not dead. But they couldn't.
Thanks
help
for that
me.
caveat. They were not dead. They were alive.
But I had to help them and move them. I had to literally lift, and that is not easy. And I'm not 100 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah,
I'm not a tiny woman, and it was hard. And I work out. I lift weights. I work out. I consider myself pretty healthy, and that was hard. Dead freaking weight. And that guy, he was no French fry.
No. He was at least 100. He was at least 200 pounds, at least.
Man, yeah, because we got to see him butt naked.
Yeah, which
she's like, your brother has a big dick.
Yeah, I was like, and actually, I thought that said, oh, they found a. I'm not gonna say the rest of that sentence. I'm gonna stop there.
I know.
If you know, you know.
And they showed it more than once.
Yeah, I was like, okay, they gonna keep flashing
that thing's just flapping in the wind. He opened the door, flap. Close the door, flap. I think it was like 3 times.
Yeah. And when he dragged Sophie into the house, she's like, like, she's like, oh my God, a naked man is dragging you into their place.
Right, put that up.
Put some clothes on.
Up. Sir. Shit.
Oh my God.
Put a robe on or something, some drawers, something.
That shit is hilarious. Like, it's so funny. Like, it's outrageous and funny. And it was
a train wreck, and I couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
100%. That is absolutely it. It was like, what the hell's going on here? But I'm not going to stop watching.
No. But and the funny thing is that, and I think that's the thing too with this adaptation. Like if you read the book, you know who killed, who. But in this story, you weren't sure. And that part I did enjoy because I was like the red herrings because we knew in the book, but the way the movie did it, it was like, wow, it could have been Jill because Jill was the last one on her call log who could have killed Abby. Oh, wait a minute, it could have been XYZ. It could, you know what I mean? And I
Well, they
enjoyed
changed the killer. You know that, right? They
Yeah,
changed the killer.
true.
So in this show, Sophie killed Abby.
Yeah.
In the book, Jill killed Abby.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Margot didn't do it?
No, in
In
the
the
book,
show?
Margot did not do it.
No, in the show.
No, in the show. Who did I say? Sophie? I
You
meant
just said
Margot.
Sophie.
I meant
Yes.
Margot.
Okay. So Margot in the
ugh.
TV show, in the book.
Yeah. In the book, Jill did it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
And
they
that's what I was saying.
changed it.
Yes. And that's what I was saying. Like you knew in the book, but then you're just like, in the movie, who is it going to be?
Mm-hmm.
So I did enjoy that little mystery part of, yeah, you guys, you may know who did it because you read the book,
But you
we
don't.
got something else for you over here.
Yeah. They changed enough things that kept it interesting. And I think, like you said, the show, the adaptation was better than the book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a lot of silly choices or unbelievable choices that the women made in the book. Like who would do that? Like, you're gonna tell me you're gonna allow a woman to take you out in a boat in the middle of water and you know what she did, and you're just gonna hop innocently and not be prepared? No.
And if I remember from the book, she was drugged. Sophie was
Yeah.
drugged.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Right.
she
And
took
that was the other
another
thing.
drink from the same person who you think drugged
Exactly.
you.
That's exactly right. And we were just like, nah, she know, right? Like,
Like,
sorry,
what?
you can't serve me anything unless you're forcing me to. I'm not going to voluntarily take a drink from somebody I know just killed somebody. Fuck no. How about
Exactly.
you drink it?
Yeah.
You're not getting me anywhere. We're fighting. That's just like we were talking about. If somebody tries to kidnap you, hint, hint, hint. I watched your episode. Anywho, somebody tries to kidnap you, you're gonna kill me right here.
Yeah. You're not
You're not
taking me
taking me
nowhere.
anywhere. And even if you try and drag me, I'm dropping like a hot potato, and I'm gonna be dead weight. You're gonna have to drag my ass.
I'm not
We
helping
fighting for
you.
nope,
No fail. Yeah.
nope,
You're going to have to.
nope.
You better be real fucking strong because I'm going
Yep,
to be like a
nope,
boulder. You're not going to be able to
nope.
pick me up.
Shoot me here.
They'll
Shoot
probably just
me
say
here.
fuck it and run away because it's not worth the energy.
Nope. And then put me on a boat,
Yeah.
knowing where we're going, because you're familiar with this. I'm like, yeah, that was one of our gripes with the book. Like, you, and the words is Fred G. Sanford. You big dummy.
Yep.
Why would you do that? So yeah, so I enjoyed this ending way better. But again, the creative license and to possibly do another season.
Now, I don't remember because they had another side story in there with that youth pastor.
Yeah,
That
I don't
wasn't.
remember him. No, that
Yeah.
wasn't in the book.
Yeah.
No.
They
I
had a
think
little
that was
serial
another red herring.
kidnapper.
Yeah, I think that was definitely a red herring because that did that open episode 2, or it was like midway of episode 1, right?
I'm
That
not
scene,
sure.
because with the deputy getting shot, remember, with the girl that was missing? Yeah. But yeah, that was a little side story. So again, that creative license.
Yeah. And I like that we kind of got like a little bit of perspective from the police as well. That added another little layer.
Yeah.
They really had like confirmation bias against Sophie. They were trying to make it prove that it was her until they just really couldn't anymore.
No.
And then they said, oh, wait, we got a crazy deranged kidnapping pastor. It's him. He did it.
Well, at first they were trying to go with the immigrants, because of the election, because
Yeah.
the sheriff was up for a re-election, and then Margot's husband was going to run for governor, maybe, or something,
Yeah, it was
or some
governor.
said governor. And then the sheriff's wife, Callie, got jealous of Sophie and decided, guess what? We're going to pin it on Sophie because now I know her background. She's violent. She's a killer. So yeah, it was just craziness.
Yeah, it
But
was
I liked it.
craziness.
I liked it. I was there for the craziness.
Yeah.
I was there for the craziness.
Yeah, I
Because some
think,
shows it takes a while to watch. This one,
yeah, I
mm-mm.
binged it. I feel like I did. I think I watched it in 3 sittings. I think I
Mm,
did 3 different
yeah,
days.
I think I did too. It went,
Mm-hmm.
the episodes, even though they were an hour, they felt like 30 minutes.
Yeah, they
They
went
were, the
fast.
pacing was really quick. So
Okay, so I guess that means if there is a season 2, we're both going to watch it. I feel like that's what that means.
yes, it does. Yes, I'm here for the shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Me
Mhm.
too. It's crazy.
I want to see. Yeah, because somebody's got to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to
Somebody.
pay.
Yeah, and now that Margot's brother is missing, she calling him. And why the hell? Okay, can I just say, if you are going to murder someone, why in the hell are you going to answer their phone? What is wrong with you?
Again, so guess what? So now that we say that, they're still doing stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Who's
I'm
going to
not
dig out the
answering
phone?
shit.
I wouldn't have touched that phone. That phone would have been over the cliff with him.
Girl, stomped and then kicked
Mm-hmm.
into that water. Why would
Mm-hmm.
you pick it up?
Wild, right? Like so stupid. It's like almost like honestly, it almost feels like Desperate Housewives times 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it feels like.
You are so right. You are so right. They are bringing it back for us.
Mm-hmm.
Texas style, big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. You are so right. Definitely. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, me too. So this is like one, and honestly though, this is happening, I think, more and more. And it used to be almost not a thing to hear people say that the adaptation is better than the book.
Yeah,
But I
never.
think it's happening more now than it ever was.
Yeah. Well, I think we talked about this, that we think some of these authors are writing their books more for scripts. I don't
Mm,
know if we go back and listen to a couple. I bet if we looked at maybe 10 books, maybe 5 to 10 books that we have read where we felt like this isn't a book, this is a script. It
mm-hmm.
didn't really feel like a good book to read. It felt more of a script. So
Right.
I'm feeling like a lot of authors are trying to move into that arena, instead of, they're like, hey, I'll start off here.
Yeah.
And granted, I just looked up The Hunting Wives on Goodreads. The rating is 3.47. We read this book back in 2021. I'm not even sure when it came. Let's see when it came out.
I feel like we read
When
it
did
the
was it
same year
published?
it came out, I think.
Yeah, I think we were good for, May 18th. Yeah, because we were notorious for reading,
Mm-hmm.
new releases at that time. So yeah, so this book came out in 2021,
Mm-hmm.
and the rating on it is 3.47. The average rating. There's 59,668 ratings and 7,377 reviews from 2000. So there you have it, 3.47 in reviews, and it got picked up for a Netflix series.
Yeah.
So they're probably, well, I don't know, her sales probably are going to go up. I see that the book now there's a giveaway for it. So they're
Yeah.
trying to garner probably more sales.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because, a lot of people do the thing that I hate doing. I've done it before and I got screwed doing it. They read the book after they've watched the adaptation. I always think that turns out badly.
Mm-hmm.
I did that once recently with Murderbot and I hated that I did it. Like it reminded me why I read it first because it's hard in reverse. But a lot of people are doing that. So she's going to have a spike of sales of that book right now.
Right. Yep.
And since you mentioned that rating, I do want to say on Rotten Tomatoes, the average professional rater is like 80%.
Oh,
And the
okay.
average regular watcher rating is 72%. So that's still pretty good.
Yeah, that is. That is
Yeah.
pretty good. And that's all I care about. And like I said, I really think it's going to be a season 2 because for one, I mean the spice level. The
Mm-hmm.
spice level alone is going to probably get you. But that cliffhanger, like somebody killed Abby. We need to know. We need justice for Abby.
Yeah.
And
Justice.
Miss Sophie has crashed out.
She has crashed out in a big way.
And
She
I
said,
think she's
fuck
going
it
to beat
all.
Margot's ass.
Look, I think she will until Margot lies to her and says something to her and she'll be laid up with her again.
I know. She is so manipulative.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Margot's also kind of crashing out as well because her husband, I was like, damn, like, and it's in the trailer. He just cold cocks her, like slaps her. I was like, damn, like, oh my God.
I know.
And he's like, oh, you can tell me whatever. I said, the minute that came out his mouth, I said, don't do it. Don't do it, girl. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. It ain't worth
No.
it. It ain't worth it.
Look, they always say, tell me your darkest secrets, but they don't want to know the darkest
No, they
secrets.
don't. They don't.
Like, let's not get it twisted. They don't mean that shit because they're going to get mad. So,
yeah. And they're, like I said, there's so many secrets
yeah.
that are about to unfold. Like,
yeah.
I think it is going to be a season 2. When? We don't know,
We don't
but I'm
know.
ready for it. I'm ready for it. Yeah.
Up
It
that
was
wig
fun.
budget, Netflix. Up that wig budget.
Oh my God. Or get a different stylist, man.
Yeah. Something. Do something.
Because it felt like it was lifting up in here. It was poofy, and I don't know. Or like you said, but like I said, I think I tried looking her up to see if she could have got some extensions. And I don't know why it looked like, and who's to say maybe she's got another role? Who knows? But yeah, new wig.
New wig. All right, I guess that's it.
Yep.
Show
It was
trumps the
enjoyable.
book, and we'll watch the second season.
Yeah, that's very rare for us. We always usually like the book.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right, y'all. Let us know what you think. Did you watch The Hunting Wives? If not, will you watch it even after we've told everything to you? There's a lot we didn't even talk about still. There's a lot going on, y'all. So
yeah.
We just hit the high points, so you'll still enjoy it even if you listen today. So let us know if you have watched it, what you thought. If you haven't watched it, will you watch it? Will you read the book? Share all the things. We appreciate you for doing that. And we'll catch you in the next one. All right. Take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Did you enjoy today's episode? If so, please head over to Apple Podcast or Spotify and leave a positive 5-star review. It's a simple action that makes a big difference. You can also like this episode on your favorite podcast player or share it with your fellow bookworm friends on social media. Joining the Shelf Addiction Patreon family is another way to support us. For as little as $2 a month, you can help our team create even more amazing bookish content. If Patreon isn't your thing, consider becoming a supporter on the Spreaker app for just $5 a month and gain access to exclusive audio-only content. You can find me everywhere, including Instagram, X, and TikTok under the handle Shelf Addiction. Join our book club of the same name on the book club's website and app, where we discuss all things bookish and more in a safe space. The Shelf Addiction podcast is a part of the Nerdy Maven Network. Thanks for tuning in.